Hello everyone, welcome to another live. Let me know if you're here with me. We are at the Ask Your Mentor Anything live series. Today on Friday, we are going to talk about, as a sequence of our previous live in February, about how to get clients through live events and exhibitions. So welcome everyone, and let me know where you're watching me from. Use the comments below. I would really love to see if you're here live with me, and let me know where you're watching me from. Is the picture okay? Can you hear me? Because we have had some tech cases with Ileana, and hopefully Ileana will be able to join us. Let's see. Ileana, are you here with us? Let me know in the chat. Okay, you can use your phone. Let's see if it works. So, hello everyone. Thank you so much. Today's topic is use exhibition live events networking so as to get clients. And because you've asked us, we are going to discuss today how to create the right marketing material that you can have together, okay, with you when you join a live event, a networking event, or exhibition. Ileana has been getting clients through exhibitions. She's been sharing many recent industry events for her idea clients on LinkedIn. So it would be the best idea to have here today with us. Hopefully, let's see. But let me know in the chat. Is everything okay with the sound, the picture? Can you hear me? And I would really love to know where you're watching me from. So let me know where are you based and where are you watching us from. And of course, the idea was actually to present at the end of this live, because you've been asking me so much about the Summer Mastermind. So we're going at the end to discuss about this, how you can join, who's eligible for the discounted prices, for whom is it for free, and the questions that I have gathered. So use the chat. I cannot see any comments. So please let me know if the picture is okay. So this is a presentation, as you see here, that we're going to discuss today, how to close deals having the right marketing material, because the last time, and you can find the actual previous live on my YouTube channel, and of course on all of my channels, Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube. You can find the previous live in the Mentoring for Translators group. In the video section, you can go to the tabs, you can find media, you go to videos, and you will find all the previous videos there. Everything is fine. Thanks. Thank you, Marta. Hi, Virginia. Sounds okay. Thank you, Antonia. Marta, where are you watching us from? Antonia, I know that you're from Italy. Yes, I know Ileana's PC has a problem, so hopefully she will be able to join us through her mobile. Okay. Then if she cannot join, then I will present on my own. Let's see if we will be able to tackle. So, guys, if Ileana will be able to join us, she will. Italy, amazing. Where in Italy, Marta? I love to have Italian. I can hear and see everything okay. Who's that? You need to use the StreamYard link so as to be able to see your name. Use the StreamYard link. Is this most probably Dorota, that you're not clicking on the StreamYard link? In order to be able to see your name. So hello, Marta. Hello, Antonia. You can use also the chat below to let me know if you have any questions or something that you would like us. Brescia, amazing. Close to Milan. Most of you are close to Milan. Amazing. So you can use also the chat below to actually let me know if you would like to share any insights of the marketing material, if you've been attending events to get clients, and if you have any questions about specifically you would like us to address about marketing material. So let me know. Amazing. So I'm trying to see who is not the person that has not clicked on their name. In order for me to be able to see your name, you need to click the StreamYard link you see above the video. Okay, so let's start. Today's topic is as a following sequence of our previous live about exhibitions and events and how you can use events and exhibitions to get clients. And you can find the recording again on my YouTube channel, on my LinkedIn account, in the Mentoring for Translators group underneath the video section. This presentation was created by Ileana, but if Ileana won't be able to join, I will need to start on my own. I'm sorry, guys. I would prefer to have Ileana here with us, but most probably she's traveling and she has some tech issues. Let's see if she will be able to tackle this. So, questions. I would love to see any questions in the chat, and let me know if you've been using networking events and exhibitions to get clients, and what do you expect to learn from today's, let's say, presentation here. I will share also my own experience because in the beginning, especially of my translation agency, I used to attend exhibitions at least once or twice per year in a paid format as an exhibitor, mostly, not as a visitor, to get clients. And I had created a huge amount of material marketing. So why do you need different marketing materials? So Ileana here, she has created in her slides like why you need different marketing materials. I always suggest that you need to have your branding. Apart from your branding, you need to take into consideration the actual event. So for example, remember the last time we discussed about the different types of events, and if you provide several different types of services or you serve different types of clients, you need to have the marketing material that shows them your expertise. You can always have a company profile, for example, that showcase all of the kind of services that you offer and any kind of background that you have or your niches and success stories. But that's a general, that comprehensive company profile in a PDF format that can be shared online. Ileana mentioned that she's been sharing also in a digital format marketing material. I used to be more like traditional, and I used to print them. So I used to have 3 pages. 6 pages marketing material, and I used to distribute that. So let's see if Ileana is here with us. Amazing. Ileana, are you here? Can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you.
There is an echo. Do you have any headset or something like you can earplugs?
Just.
Okay, so let's wait until Ileana fixes that. So it's really important. I remember myself, my translation company really focuses on certified translation, medical and legal. But we had also started offering localization services for websites and applications and speech to text. So I had participated in the Web Summit in Portugal, a huge event of more than 80,000, 100,000 people there and potential clients. So I recreated my marketing material without, let's say, changing my whole branding, especially for that event, and showcasing in all of my branding material, like the business cards, okay, the company profile, the flyers that I would distribute, or any other paper that I had with me, focusing on the 3 specialization that the clients attending or exhibiting at this exhibition and event would be interested in. So let's say if the actual audience is not interested in certified translation and legal, for example, like the Web Summit, I had to focus and show them my expertise in a web application and so on, localization services, tech related, and that's what I did. So that is called targeted material. Impress them with official materials. Amazing. Ileana, can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, now it's perfect, I think. Let us know, guys, if you can hear Ileana as well. So, Ileana, the stage is yours because you created these slides. I just presented the topic. I really talked about the necessity to have different marketing materials, not only because of the audience, but also of the event. Like if the event is really focusing on one of your niches, and let's say you have 3 different niches, you can adjust your marketing material accordingly. And most of the times I used to have printed material with me, but you sometimes also, I can hear here, no problem. This is Aaron. Thank you, Aaron. So the sound is okay. So Ileana, if you would like to talk a bit about this before we continue to the next slide.
Yes, so first of all, excuse me. I apologize for my late.
Sometimes we have some tech issues. I also introduced that you're traveling, so that's the tech problem. But since you are here with us, I think that everything is okay and people, they can hear you.
Yes, so thank you very much.
No worries. So let's start. We're on time. Yeah.
Yes, as you said, it is very important to have different materials according to the event that you are going to participate. Mm-hmm. And of course, for example, as far as my experience is concerned, I was last week at Cosmoprof in Bologna.
Amazing.
And I took with me a cover letter. Mm-hmm. Inserted, yes, in an envelope with a business card. Mm-hmm. And yes, and that was my marketing material. Then after the fair, mm-hmm. I usually send another email to follow up.
Before we go to the follow-up, because we're here to talk about marketing material. People, I think they're expecting to talk about marketing material, and then of course we can add about the following up process, because it's really important. All the deals are closed in the following up process, no matter what is your client acquisition strategy. Is it email marketing, LinkedIn prospecting, attending or visiting networking and exhibitions events like Ileana is talking about today? Following up is a process that you need to integrate to your strategy, and definitely is where you can close the deals. Most of the deals are closed in the following up process. But before we get there, let's talk to the actual content of today's presentation, Ileana, which is actually marketing material. People were curious in our previous live, what kind of material we use? So we promised to them to talk a bit further. Maybe you have some examples to show us here as well.
Yes, so first of all, it is obvious to say, but you have to have, of course, your business cards and your cover letters and so on, with your logo, so with your everything that should be ready in order to be introduced to your potential client. So I would suggest for the first step to have at least a business card and cover letters, and then of course a CV, because if you are a newbie, a CV is always a good material to
You
to
mean
be
about an
introduced.
exhibition? Is this the marketing material that you're talking about, or in general?
No, I mean in general. So
let's talk about the exhibitions material. Okay, in general, marketing material, yes, can be CV, can be cover letter, as you mentioned, portfolio, company profile, flyers, can be endless list of like even our LinkedIn profile is a marketing aspect of our company. But let's talk about the specific topic. Let's go deeper. Like you have here cover letter, press kit, portfolio, and business cards. I think this is what you use when you visit or exhibit. Is that correct?
Yes, so I usually, when I visit, I usually take with me a cover letter and a business card, because I think only the business card, it is too, let's say, too little, because people tend to forget or tend to leave the business cards on the desk or put them somewhere. So it is not enough, according to me, according to my experience. So you should better use an efficient, a convincing cover letter in which you underline your point of strength, and enclose a business card to the cover letter, so that if the client, for example, forgets your business card or loses it, they have, in any case, the cover letter. And so it is also a nice way to give them something, you know. So it's pretty formal, I would say, but really efficient. And many clients are surprised, you know, because they don't expect to receive anything from you. Exactly. And so when you give them a letter and you explain them that there is the business card inside it, and they receive, for example, also a gadget, probably, if you would like to, then they will remember you. And then, of course, you have to accompany, let's say, the cover letter with a genuine interest in their products, in their booth, if they are exhibiting, for example, and try to, let's say, to awake their interest, showing that you are skilled, that you are specialized in the field, and they will find a reliable partner if they decide to collaborate with you.
So about cover letter, most of us, we have the traditional way of cover letter when we were applying to an agency, but I don't suppose you talk about this. You talk about a printed letter, most probably. It will be in print format so as to be distributed. Maybe with your logo and your company details in a very nice layout. Maybe some people also, they invest in having a graphic designer to do this for them, even if it's pretty easy if you have canva.com or any other tool to put your branding there, your colors of branding with a footer and a header with your logo, and then in between some kind of words about you as a business or freelancer, what you can do for the types of clients you are contacting, and what else do you write in a cover letter, Ileana?
Well, I underline, for example, the point of strength that I have in that specific specialization. And I offer, for example, a free consultation in order that they can get back to me. And yes, mostly it's not a long letter because it's only a page. So one sheet.
Yes, usually it's a very short, one page. Some people, they even handwrite it, or maybe they have a handwritten signature at the end.
Yes, I always put my signature
exactly
at the end.
You can have a call to action, like if the call to action is to get a discount, you can have a code, like use this code to get a discount in our first collaboration, or a link to a free consultation call, like Ileana says, or how they can contact you from now on. Cover letter is more personalized. I don't call it cover letter. I prefer to have a letter that I accompany my marketing material in a press kit. Press kit can be a folder that you have printed with your branding details, your logo, your company details, nicely created, where you can include this letter. Okay, you can include, as you mentioned, the business card of yours with details how they can contact you. And portfolio, for me, portfolio is really, really important, especially if it's very nicely visually created with nice photos and visual parts. And if you print it in a very good quality, and I would suggest you, if you're going to print them, at least invest in someone who is good and have very nicely created marketing material, because it's the first impression, and always the first impression plays a role. Even if you're the best translator, if you don't give a best impression to the people, they don't know you, you cannot attract their attention in a positive way so as to continue discussing with you or even assign you a project. So that's why marketing is so important, to drag the attention in a positive way and to keep discussing things so as to get to a project or a closed deal. So Ileana, would you like to add something more about the letter?
No, as far as the letter is concerned, I'm fine. So I use only these two. So the cover letter, so a printed letter, as you said, with my business card, and that's it. So
and you enclose it in a folder? You enclose it in an envelope? How?
In an envelope, just in an envelope.
With your logo again and your branding, is that correct?
Of course.
That's very nice and very professional. And that's when you visit an exhibition, and you, let's say, go and visit exhibit booths, and you would like to get in touch with them, and it's very kind, possible to give them back like this envelope. For me, the letter that we're discussing right now is like introducing yourself in a proper way when you don't have the time to discuss with them. Let's say that some people, they don't have the time to stay there and discuss with you, especially when I have a booth myself and I'm an exhibitor on exhibitions, and people they're passing by might be thousands from my booth. What I do, I have this printed letter hand overing to people passing by. So when they have the time and they're interested in reading it, they will see my introduction to them, what I can do for them. Is like a personalized letter, appointed, addressed to those people, giving them the reason to get in touch with me. It's like when we have, let's say, lack of oral communication, we cannot discuss because of several different reasons. This letter gives the whole idea of what we would or we were supposed to tell to people when we would like to introduce ourselves, either as visitors to exhibitions or even as exhibitors when they visit our booth. That's for me a cover letter, and maybe a printed letter does. The business card is always good to have a printed business card, even if some conference they have a QR code, which actually can be used, and sometimes you have it printed in your card that you take from the exhibition itself. When you sign up, they give you maybe something that you have on your neck, or you can have next to you with a QR code, so people they can right away scan this QR code and get to your details. But always a printed, very nicely created by professional business card can always impress the end client and give the right, let's say, impression. You would like to add something? Yes, Ileana?
Yes, because they don't expect anything from you. And so if you give them something, so this letter with the business card, they are impressed because you give them the feeling that you are really interested and you are really, let's say, motivated to collaborate with them. And,
amazing.
yes.
So you have included that here as well. As you see, guys, in this presentation, you can take a screenshot. We see the cover letter, and Ileana mentions here that it's a short presentation of for the exhibition, for the exhibitors there, the kind of clients you would like on a paper, yes, or an application can be even online, but they need to be redirected to this online application. How you do it in application online as a cover letter, Ileana, what do you mean here?
Well, there is a difference when you write a cover letter for the exhibition. It is of course shorter. So there are only, let's say, a couple of points of strength and the benefit that the client gets from the collaboration with you. Whereas the cover letter, if you use it, let's say, as an application for an agency, or for example, I use also cover letters when I would like to contact a new client, but for example, I've never met them in person.
But you mean by email? You mean sending them by email? Okay, it's not about exhibition. Let's focus. There are so many different types, guys, but we don't want to have
that's
3
why
hours.
I tried to
3 hours live.
To condense them all.
Exactly. We can have another live, Ileana, talking about general different types of marketing material. But today we're focusing on marketing material that we can use in live events and exhibitions just to get clients as a sequence of our previous live. So we're going to focus on that. And we have a great question from Federico. Federico says, hello, everybody. Are you preparing personalized cover letters for every client you want to visit, Ileana, or a bunch of letters and handing them over spontaneously?
No. A bunch of letters, let's say particularly directed, particularly addressed to the exhibitors of that particular fair, of that particular exhibition. So they are not addressed to, let's say, personally to every company. But for example, I begin the printed letter saying special offer or something like that to the exhibitors of Cosmoprof, for example.
So what I do also to answer this question, it's really impossible or difficult, Federico, to have for every client, imagine like
yeah.
60,000 people there. So it's pretty impossible and also doesn't really make sense because if you follow up, and we're going to talk about following up process, you can always have a personalized email or LinkedIn message, Federico, specifically for this client. And you can always have as a reference in this message or this email that it was a pleasure meeting you, okay, or passing by the booth, let's say this type of exhibition. So you can always have a reason to follow up, and then the following up message email can be as personalized as you want, and it's more professional, I think. Do you agree, Ileana?
Yes, of course, because once you have spoken with them, then with the follow-up, you contact them directly because you have their business cards. And so you can talk directly to them, saying thank you for the meeting at the booth, and then I usually send them also the portfolio in this second phase.
Okay. So in the cover letter, to finalize this, you mentioned benefits and special offer. Special offer is like to book a call with you, might be a discount for next project, might be whatever that you think.
A discount, for example, or on the first project, a free consultancy, for example, of 30 minutes in order to understand them, to make them understand better, for example, their target market, the languages that are involved, or for example, the type of text. For example, if it is a social media or I don't know, a press launch
you focus on the benefits as you mentioned here. For me, usually that's the personalized part, Federico, but also is personalized for the types of clients you're going to meet there, not one client. I focus on the benefits and the kind of services and success stories I have in that specific type of clients I'm going to meet there, or types of projects I've been undertaking in the industry that this event that I will be attending or exhibiting is relevant to. That's for me the printed letter that we have together. And about business cards, Ileana, you mentioned here type of paper, QR code, 1 or 2 sides, picture. Yes, definitely. Let me check.
Yes,
if I have any.
so you
I
have
have several different business cards myself. Yeah.
Yes, you have so many types of cards, for example, designs. You have, for example, them printed on both sides. There are people who, for example, insert their photo, their personal photo, or, for example, you can have the QR code. I saw another example in the last Cosmoprof. So a sort of credit card that has a chip inside it,
Nice.
and once you scan with the with your phone, let's say it gets automatically all the data in your phone. So you have only.
What's the difference with the QR code? Is it the format that is like a credit card?
No. So with the QR code, you have to open the camera. And then you have to scan the QR code. Exactly. Whereas this is a sort of, yes, a credit card. It has a chip inside it, and it is only one. So you have only one business card. But as soon as you touch it you get in contact with the phone. The phone creates the file in the phone, and it has all the data there. So you have
most probably is like an integrated application that when it comes into smartphones, contact integrate. But that's interesting.
Yes,
we can take a look. Yes, on this.
Yes, it was original, because she had this lady had only one, and yes, of course, she used.
Mine with the QR code. I don't know if you can see the one side, and then behind the photo and the details of mine. So this is one format I used for the tech exhibition. I have one general without the QR code. It's not that techy. One side with the logo, a second side, and definitely I'm going to rebrand them anyway. So I try to adjust also my business cards, but I will take a look at those credit cards. I'm really interested, Ileana. If you find out, let us know.
Yes, so it is really a clever way, because you spare so much paper. But on the other hand, you have to be very, let's say, technological, because not everybody are so skilled with phones and so on. But in any case, you can create your database with all the specific data related to that particular person, because there is the email, phone, name, surname, the company, the position in the company, the role, and so you get everything so clear directly in your phone.
The other thing that I've seen is like your LinkedIn profile has a QR code that you can create. So you can actually connect on LinkedIn right away with a QR code, and you can add them directly to your LinkedIn. I think that will be the future. People will be connected directly to LinkedIn, but let's see how the things are going. So guys, do you have any question about the print letter that we have to accompany our marketing material at an exhibition or business cards? Let us know in the chat, and let's continue. I know that the next slide you have both CV and portfolio, but CV is not applied with an exhibition or a live event unless you attend a specific event, because some conferences, they bring you into contact with agencies. So if it's a live event where it's a networking event between translation LSPs, companies, language service providers, and freelancers, then it would make sense for you to carry a CV with you in digital format or even printed. Definitely educational background, CPD, specialization, contact details. You miss the work experience here, which is the most important, Ileana, I suppose, unless you don't have work experience. But if you have, it's really important to have it there.
Yes, I probably forgot.
Yeah, work experience, the first thing that someone is going to see, and definitely your paragraph describing a few words about you before you continue with the rest of your CV. But the CV for me is only addressed to LSPs, language service providers, and other translation companies or freelancers you would like to promote your freelance services. If you would like to promote yourself as a go-to expert to direct clients that you meet an exhibition like the Ileana is mentioning right now, I think portfolio is the best case scenario. And because some colleagues are confusing portfolios with sample of work, a portfolio for me is not sample of your project like in an Excel spreadsheet, or source and target text as a part of your previous experience. No, that's for me sample of your work, and is not again addressed to direct client, but this kind of documents with source, target, or a list of your project usually is addressed to LSPs. First of all, the direct clients, they cannot evaluate your skills, translation skills. So if you send them source and target like translation of yours as a sample, they cannot evaluate. And even if they do, that's not the reason to hire you alone. So for me, sample of work is totally different from a portfolio. And let's discuss with Ileana portfolio, because Ileana, she has been one of the best case studies in my programs using portfolios in a targeted way to get clients whenever she wants, on demand. So Aaron says, would you suggest not attending exhibition until you have enough experience in your specialization? So we have one question from Aaron. Ileana, would you like to answer this?
Well, for me, it's up to you. So it depends whether you feel ready or not. So I started, for example, after the pandemic. And yes, before the pandemic, I used to market myself through the exhibitors list, for example. So I didn't attend the events live. I started, yes, after the pandemic, and I would say that it is absolutely a nice experience, because you get in touch with people. And more than ever after the pandemic, so people would like to get in touch and to speak personally, and to see, let's say, it's nice to see face to face. So I would suggest it in any case. So if you would like to take part in this sort of events, it is absolutely recommended.
So my answer to your question, if you would like also my opinion, Aaron, here, I would suggest you to attend exhibition or even exhibit when you feel, let's say, ready, that you have the capacity and the skills and maybe the resources to serve the needs of the clients that you're going to meet there. So as long as you are sure about your skills, that you're competent enough to actually sell your services and complete a project, full project, from the undertaking a project to the delivery stage, then I would definitely suggest you to attend or even exhibit at such events. You don't need previous experience, and I don't know what you mean by enough, Aaron, because for me, it's never enough. Okay, we can always learn. I've been 16 years in the industry, and I keep learning every day new things. So I think experience. Yeah, exactly. So experience is never enough. Aaron, what I would suggest you is to have enough skills to be able to serve the needs of the clients that you're going to meet at such events, because the main purpose of attending such events is actually acquiring, among others, clients there. So let me know, Aaron, if we have answered your questions about experience. Great question, though. And Federico says, how do you approach exhibitors on site? Any icebreakers or behaviors? Oh, we have answered that, Federico. So I can share the link to our previous live so you can see that, because the previous live we had with Ileana, we actually talked a lot about how to make the icebreakers, the first contact, what's the best, more professional way, what's the way Ileana has been using and really gets results. So Federico, find the previous live with Ileana on exhibitions. Okay, he says he missed it. Okay, no problem. Where we extending here today, we're going to focus on the kind of material, because the last time we talked about material, but you were curious. So we would expect that Ileana will share with us here some sample of her material, if you have Ileana with you, like I showed you my business cards, and definitely to talk into in more depth about the actual content of that material. So we already mentioned the accompanying letter, the printed letter. We mentioned your business card, CV only if you're attending LSPs events, networking events among LSPs, translation agencies and freelancers, and portfolios, which is totally different to sample of work, when you would like to give away your experience in a printed format or electronic digital format to your targeted audience. The portfolio is a different format of a company profile, more, let's say, targeted and tailored to the kind of clients you're going to meet and your niche and specialization, whereas a company profile is more comprehensive, and we're going to talk about both. So Aaron says all that makes sense. Thank you both. Thank you guys for attending. So Ileana, the stage is yours. You are the portfolio, let's say here, winner. So you've been using strategy very, very well. So let us know, what is a portfolio, what we could include. Do you have any printed, like you can show to us, or you can describe to us?
Well, at the moment I will describe to you, but in any case, we showed my portfolio in the last
No, I mean in a printed format. If you take anything with
session.
you, yeah, I mean in a printed format. If you take anything with you along when you attend the exhibition.
No. So
You
when
send this as a follow-up message when you follow
yes,
up.
when
Perfect.
I visit, I use I only take with me the printed letters and the business cards because otherwise my bag is too heavy.
Exactly,
And
yeah.
I usually travel by train.
Mhm.
Or even if you get to the exhibition by car, then or you have to get back to the car in order to bring some other materials. And I prefer to exploit, let's say, the time that I have, bringing only the printed letters with me, and then I do the follow-up phase later once I have, let's say, hooked them.
Exactly. That's always what I suggest with email marketing. You don't need to send everything with your first email marketing campaign. You can always have a nurturing sequence with different emails. So the first email would be an introduction, maybe a link to your website. The second email could be your company profile, your portfolio, and so on. So the same applies with networking events and live exhibitions, where you can make the first approach with a business card and a cover letter or a printed letter, and then you can follow up via LinkedIn or email, sending them your company profile or your portfolio. But let's discuss what should be included in a portfolio, either in a printing format or a digital format, Ileana.
Yes, so first of all, you have to identify the needs of your clients and propose them a solution. So focusing on your point of strengths. And then, yes, underline, let's say, the benefits that the clients have working with you. So, for example, I don't know. So, as far as as me, for example, is concerned, so I worked. My specialization is luxury beauty, niche products. And so on. So, for example, my clients look for a translator that do not only translates, but, for example, has creative skills, who can, for example, do transcreation, because, many texts are related to marketing, advertising, and so on. So, of course, translation is not a plain, let's say, translation, like, for example, the technical field, but it should be, let's say, reinterpreted, if we can say that, in order to be catchy and attractive also in the target language. And so, for example, you have sometimes some words or some ideas that that should be, let's say, catchy and impressive also in another language. And yes, so let's say language, it should not be a plain translation, but it should be refined, it should be elegant, and so on. So according to the tone of voice of the client.
And your branding, yeah, and your branding.
And yes, so you have to, let's say, underline their pains and offer them a solution. So you are the solution for their pains. And yes, if you solve them the problem, then of course they will contact you again also in the future. And yes, and yes, then for example, I insert in the portfolio 3 or 4 case studies in which I explain the problems of my clients and the way I solve them. And that's it. Some recommendations also are also very useful. And yes, that's it. And then yes, it is, let's say, the creative part as an important role, because you have to structure the portfolio in different parts, different paragraphs, using, for example, bullet points, using a CTA. So making it, let's say, a lively presentation in order not to get, in order that they keep their interest, and that they don't get bored. And then, yes, that's it. Then it is really very useful because it has functioned so many times. And yes, I really recommend it to use it because it's a very powerful way to show what you have done for other clients. And if you niche the same, if you work in the same niche and the clients belong to the same specialization, to the same niche, of course, they will identify themselves in the problems that you have already solved for other people.
They see the relevancy, they can see why you are the go-to expert in that field. You build that trust with your audience, and it's not a general company profile that has everything. It's in a more targeted way where they see right away why you're the go-to expert and why you contact them and why you are the right supplier for the service that you offer. So target portfolios, and let's go to company profile and press kit that I see here. What's the difference in your opinion in Ileana? And if you use, I've also brought here my press kit. Let's say this is the folder I was telling you guys. Oops, let me bring it here. And it's the folder that I open, and then I have the rest of the marketing material inside. I don't know if you can see it. Here it is. So you see here the printed letter that I have inside. You see here the company profile, and sometimes I also have some gifts, like I have a notebook with my logo, or maybe I have, how we say that for books, my business cards included. And of course, this is the company profile that you can have 1, 2, as many pages as you think that it has all the services that you offer, the kind of niches, the industries that you work for. I'm sorry, but yeah, that's it. Back and forth.
Yes,
and so professionally made by a graphic designer and was printed by a printing company. I invested. I use target portfolios. Okay, says Antonia. Amazing. And yes, Ileana, about company profile.
Yes, the company profile is a more general overview about your services. So, for example, translation, interpreting, localization, subtitling, voiceover, and so on. For example, a short presentation of your collaborators, or if you have employees, the specializations that you offer, so the fields in which you are active. Or, for example, you can use the graphics in order to, let's say, numbers, in order to show which is, for example, the yearly part of translation compared to, I don't know, interpreting or other services and so on. So it is mainly, let's say, the history of your company, and yes, what it is included in all the, let's say, in all the services that you offer to your clients.
Profile, yeah, the company profile can be a short version of your website where you have all the kind of services that you offer, all of your kind of clients that you serve, all of the kind of languages.
Yes, but printed.
Your values, how people they can contact you, the processes that you, and additional services, contact details, everything is included in a company profile.
Whereas, for example, the press kit, for example, includes also the, for example, articles that, for example, some papers and magazine wrote about you, for example, and it contains also case studies.
When do you use the press kit? When do you use the press kit?
Well, to tell you the truth, I never used it.
So the press kit, for those, because that's a very common question I get asked, they don't know what is a press kit. Usually a press kit makes a role when you would like to achieve some press.
Yes, it is. mainly dedicated to press. So, for example, you give it to the, let's say, yes, to people who would like to write something about you on, for example.
Yeah, or if you would like to be a guest blogger or a guest
for
speaker,
example,
or if
yes,
you
if
would
you would
like
like
to
to
attract,
be,
if you would like to attract public speaking opportunities, if you would like to be advertised, if you would like to write or become published in a very well-esteemed magazines or reviews, you need a press kit. If you would like to do it in a professional way, shows professionalism, includes all the
yes,
information that someone would like to see there so as to hire you as a speaker, even pay you, or even for free sometimes. If it's a very well-esteemed review or magazine, they will ask you for a press kit. So a press kit has a different purpose to gain to use some more marketing opportunities and publications. So that's an additional marketing material. And definitely, if you would like to grow further, as a client acquisition strategy, publications are very, very important, and getting published online is very, very important. Is there anything else you would like to add here?
No, so just yes, the 3B rule. So be honest, of course. You don't have to lie. Be resourceful, because the marketing materials should be always not so long but catchy and impressive. And of course, you have to underline your point of strength. You have to boost your points of strength in order that the client should be convinced about your value.
Exactly.
So be creative, and use the KISS rule. Keep it short and simple, because otherwise, if it gets too long,
that's the KISS rule. I was worried. What is the KISS? Short and
keep it short and simple.
Simple and short is a KISS. Okay, that's an Italian, maybe.
Yes.
Some other countries, they have a different, maybe French people, they have a different idea of a KISS. So, but simple, definitely, and short, because you need to impress in a very short time. And especially when you go to exhibitors, you need always to have into consideration the fact that those people are there to gain opportunities, to gain clients, to achieve sales. So taking the time to introduce yourself or to sell your service is not a good idea. So you need to have also a strategy on how to contact them, attract their attention in a positive way, without attracting their attention just to sell your service. You need to be genuinely interested in what they do. And if you would like to have more information about that, it was our previous live, so go and watch it on our YouTube channel or Mentoring for Translators group in the videos section. Decide which of them you need according to your business model. So how many are they? You mean the clients you're going to meet at an event? Is that correct? Or how many you have types of clients?
No, I mean, how many are they in the sense that if you would like to, for example, have business cards, cover letters, and so on. So start, for example, from the business cards, then cover letters, and then add, for example, the portfolio or the company profile, or both.
Amazing. That's a great advice. So where you need to start, you need to have everything together.
Yes, of course, you need to have everything.
You just need one, okay? And I would definitely attend such an event, because to answer Aaron's questions earlier, I would go even if I wouldn't have anything with me, just for the experience, just to get to know how the things are going there, to become familiar with networking and exhibitions. And then if I had only the business card, I still would go and I would distribute business cards. And if I had then maybe a letter or a portfolio, that would be even better. But that shouldn't be a reason to hold me back from attending such events and finding my client. And then you have, for new translators, CV, cover letter, business cards would be, again, CV and cover letter for agencies and translation companies. If you're attending live events and networking events, business cards is better. Aids translators, I don't like the aids. You mean the most experienced translators that are many years in the industry? They need a company profile, portfolio, and press kit. Again, if you're a freelancer, you don't need a company profile. If you don't want to create a sim of a small boutique company, even if you're a solopreneur, you don't need a company profile. You go for the portfolio as a freelancer, even if you have many years in the industry. If you would like to give the impression of a small boutique company, or you work with other colleagues and you would like to establish a model that you can serve, let's say, more needs of your clients, or a 360 offer, then yes, creating a company profile is a good idea. And always remember, a company profile might be a small print in a printed format or digital presentation of your website. And then you talk about agency and company profile, portfolio, press kit again. Anything else you would like to add, Ileana, here?
No, so start. Let's say start from the business card, and then you add everything that you may need. So the most important thing is that everything should be with your logo and with the same color, with the same font, and so on. So because you are your brand, and so everything should be equal in all the materials that you use. Then, of course,
I was impressed of Antonia since she's here. She has created a very nice portfolio. I was even asking her, like I was asking you, Ileana, if she hired someone, and actually Antonia, she made it on her own under, of course, my instructions during our collaboration and my one-to-one VIP program. Antonia, she took part, and we created it was very impressive portfolio in digital format. But she says here she prefers a print version. Antonia, if you would like to share in any kind of links in the chat, please do so if you would like to show to other people what you've created and maybe also promote your business. But if you don't, again, we can have another live and we can tell to people what you created, because it was very, very impressive. And let's get back here to the length that Ileana is going to talk. And I think Ileana is really important also, the size of this material, and also a very common question we get asked.
Yes, of course. So as far as the CV and the cover letter is concerned, only one page is enough. So once again, be relevant and make it really simple. And as far as the company profile and the portfolio, I would say around 10 pages. So from a minimum of 5 to a maximum of 12, let's say 12, 13. More or less, because even if you have a very big experience, for example, I have more or less 17 years of experience, so try to be really precise, and and stick to the main, let's say, the main job or the main projects that you have had. And that's it.
Amazing. And as I keep, my coach used to tell me, there is no long copy. There is boring copy. So we don't suggest you to fill in 10, we don't suggest you to fill in 10 pages because you're repeating the same information. If you don't have something to add, then don't. Keep it short. But if you do, at least don't repeat the same information. Try to be concise there and to give the important information. And by importance, I mean the important to the reader or the evaluator of this marketing material, recipient of the portfolio, interest. And here you mentioned 7 seconds to impress. Yes, for everything. Good picture. Really important, the quality of the visual part, tailored and precise info. Yes, authenticity. You don't need to copy paste other people, and start creating and then update. Yes, don't wait to create. Start creating and then you can update. And you can always ask our feedback. So you can contact Ileana or myself if you would like our feedback. Ileana's is very generous. She has included here some resources. You can take a screenshot, guys. Vistaprint.com, bizet.com, templates of CV, portfolio, company profile, flyers, canva.com. Pixels from sites like Shutterstock and Splash, print at local suppliers, yes, or there is also international. Which one is very well known?
I think Vistaprint.
Yeah, maybe, yeah. People will print also from those. Okay.
Or you can, yes, of course, you can also choose your local suppliers. So it's up to you.
So thank you, Ileana. That was really interesting presentation. Guys, do you have any questions for Ileana for today's topic, for your marketing material when you attend events or in general about your marketing? Use the thread below wherever you are watching us from and let us know if you have any questions or some insights that you would like to share with us. And let's start, Ileana, because we have a few minutes. We are over time, but let's talk about the retreat. Would you like?
Yes, I'm so excited.
Yeah, me too. And I would like to start to close this, stop screen. Okay, let's start by sharing my screen again to show this the page that we have for people that would like to join us, the application form. And there is an application form because we need to evaluate that you fit in with the rest of the participants there so as to join us. So, Ileana, would you like to talk about why you are so excited and what is in it about? Because we went on Tuesday live with Ileana and we introduced it, but I promised to people we're going to have the three of us one. And shortly today, I would like your opinion and, of course, what will be your workshop?
So, of course, it will be a great experience because it has different parts. There is a workshop part, and then there is networking, relaxing, enjoying life at the beach, for example. So, let's say it's not only business, but it is a retreat between friends.
Exactly.
And it will be, yes, a very nice experience. So, Luna will have for sure some surprises for us.
And, mindfulness sessions is creating something about mindfulness, and
yes,
also
I will create something else as far as the marketing part is concerned.
I think it's a great opportunity for people to meet you as well, because if they would like feedback on their marketing material, guys, bring them to us. Okay, bring your laptops or bring any print material, and we can give you feedback there live. The idea is to meet in person. That's the first thing that we would like.
Yes.
So,
because after so many years of collaboration, and yes, after the pandemic, it's
exactly
it's nice. It's nice to meet us in a nice location, and it was a very good idea. And yes, me and Luna were enthusiasts.
And you were the actual supporters of this event, and you are very active in the organization, so people, they can ask you directly questions about this. The location will be disclosed to those they will be joining us, so that's why we don't have it public instead, because we prefer to have privacy. But it will be taking place on a Greek island, very approachable by boat or by plane. It's going to be based in Greece, Cyclades specifically, because that's a very unique destination to lose your mind, to a bit of relax and restart, let's say, recharge your batteries. 5-day retreat, even if the workshops will be a 3-day event, like day 1, day 2, day 3, mindfulness networking. There is a welcome day, the first day that we arrive, and then there's the departure day where we can have a brunch and maybe some more activities extra on the island to spend some time together. Is this clear, Ileana?
Yes, it will be for sure an unforgettable experience because, of course, we will network, we will go deeper into some topics, and of course, it is a very nice way to meet and to exchange ideas, because I strongly believe in the power of the network, and I think that together we are stronger. So it is always nice to talk about our profession with other people, because we have the same problems and we face the same challenges. And yes, it will be really amazing. I'm sure about that.
Yeah, and only the fact that we're going to meet and have fun together, I think being all of us well-esteemed colleagues in the industry, sharing our experiences and having fun will be a great time anyway. And here, as you see, the date is June 1 to 5, because you were asking us about the dates. The dates are pretty set.
Yes.
And we have already booked the venue. It's a very nice hotel and spa next to the best beach that you will see there. It was voted one of the best beaches, but at least it's also of my preference. And if you've been checking out my social media profiles, you've seen this beach and you've seen photos of this island. I've been there the last few years, so it's one of my beloved islands, and I really like the energy there. So
yes,
for me,
a paradise, I would say.
For me, yes. But I'm not objective. No, yeah. And apart from that, my main goal for you, apart from relaxing, recharging, having me next to you, discussing issues that you would like to discuss in person, spending time together, leveraging our mindset, it's mostly about getting back with a plan. So there will be a two-day live interactive business growth marketing workshop, the best I've ever created, based on a specific book I will share with the participants that they will be joining us. And it will be a 30 pages worksheet. That's something even Ileana doesn't know. I've been creating behind the scenes. Very practical. We're going to create your 6th step of your marketing strategy, both website, the wireframe, your nurturing sequence of emails, your lead magnet, your unique selling, everything that you need, step-by-step process to create your marketing strategy, plus the implementation plan, because it's not only about discussing strategies, about putting that into action. That's what I'm promising to you that will happen on this island, on a table this time. We will be live. We will have on a table or maybe next to the beach. It's up to us to decide.
Yes.
To actually do this together with pen and paper, and I'm really excited because that will be the first time. As Luna also mentioned, it's very innovative because it's the first time that something like that happens in our industry worldwide. The third day will be one day mindfulness and networking sessions. There will be the workshop with Luna. There will be live marketing presentation, feedback session with Ileana. Of course, we include in the price the help with your trip planning and accommodation. We can help you with the accommodation. We can find you other venues if you don't want to stay in our venue, our other accommodation choices that you can be next to us. But of course, we can reassure an early bird price for the accommodation as well if you decide to join us at the same hotel. And of course, it's 5 days of coaching, spending time with us, and extra activities scheduled, and a toolkit to get back with all the information you need to restart your business, working on your business plan this summer. And in September, you will be great implementing everything. So you can click here, book a free call now. You can book a free call or apply now, where you will be redirected to a Google form. Very simple questions to see if you are eligible of joining us. Here are the dates that you have in your time. But the early bird expires in March 31. So that's, you need to know, early bird expires at the end of this month. And then will be the regular price, a small early bird price again until 10 of April, but higher price. And then the full price will be from April 11th. So you still have time to decide.
Yes.
Or send us an email, okay? Send us an email at team. I'm writing as well. An email, send us an email at team.
Yes, join us, and you won't regret that.
Yeah, that's definitely. And here is like more of a description of what will happen each of the day. Okay, 4 nights, 5 days will be, that's what we have booked so far. If you would like to stay longer, feel free to book. Like Ileana is going to stay longer. I would love to stay longer. I have not yet finalized my plan. So feel free to adjust your schedule based on your availability and your budget. It's for free only, because that's a question we get, Ileana, very common. It's for free only for the paid members of the annual mastermind alumni.
Yes.
It's a very low price, dedicated to the, there is an echo, Ileana, if you can, like, I don't know, put your headset, what you were wearing. There's an echo now. Let me mute you. I mute Ileana. So there is a very early bird price, very low price for the fully booked translator formula and the ultimate LinkedIn prospecting system graduates. So if you have participated in any of my programs, one-to-one, group program, the fully booked translator formula, the ultimate LinkedIn prospecting system, you're eligible of a very, very low, like typical price. So just to cover the workshops. And if we have never worked together, or if you've joined any of my free programs, then you are eligible to join for the slots, the spots that will be available after we have configured the participants from our program. So the first priority is the alumni group, paid members. Second is for those that they have already worked with me. So I would really love to see you there, guys. If you have joined any of my programs, let's make this happen and meet together. And of course, the third is anyone who is translator, interpreter, active in our industry and would like to network with us and other well-esteemed and successful colleagues from all over the world. You need to apply through this form. So don't overthink. Use the vmentoring.com/retreat to apply. We will get back to you from team@vmentoring.com. I think there are many requests already, and Lunas has been in the UK right now, but by tonight, based on my feedback, that's my fault. I need to get back to Luna. She will get back to you by tonight, but also you can contact Ileana if you have any questions about the alumni, because if you join the alumni, you get for free the event, or you can actually ask us only for the event. We would love to see you there, especially if we have met before and we have worked together. But in any case, if you're translator, interpreter, successful, you are available of visiting in us in Greece this June, then definitely contact us directly on LinkedIn or at team@vmentoring.com. Early bird expires in March 31st. And I don't know, Ileana, if there is anything else you would like to add. I think
no. So it's it will be really a great experience.
Now we cannot hear you.
Can you hear?
Yeah, but there is a connection issue. So what was your dream about? You told me that you dreamt about this. The trip is something.
You hear me?
Yeah,
now?
Yeah. What was your dream about this event? You told me, you and Luna, that you dreamt about this event.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, I dreamt that I were sitting. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can.
Okay. No, I dreamt that we were on a beach, sitting in a circle with a pen and paper, and it was really very nice. So I think that's
the hotel is so nice as well. The hotel is very, very nice, apart from the beach and the first island.
And
we're
you know,
yeah,
working in a small group, of course, I think we will have even more benefits. And yes, it will be.
Yeah, we are not going to accept many people. That's why we don't disclose as many details. We would like also everyone to be through the evaluation form evaluated, and then we need to keep a small group because it's going to be a unique experience there. Yeah.
Yeah, and so don't wait anymore, and take it into consideration. Contact us, and we will give you more info about that.
I'm sharing also the link in the chat, and let me know if you have more questions. You can use the application form right away, and we will get notified and we will get back to you. Or you can contact Ileana directly if you have any questions about today's topic, which actually was the marketing material for exhibitions, or actually the summer mastermind retreat for translators and interpreters, which is going to take place in Greece in June 1st to 5, and we have already booked the venue. We are so excited. That's why Ileana was dreaming next to the beach, writing on a paper. And we're organizing also some cruises, some yoga events, drinks and food in taverns and Greek restaurants. So join us and let us know if you have any questions, guys. Ileana, something you would like to add?
No, join us, and yes, you won't regret your choice.
So enjoy your trip there, Ileana. Good results with your work. Thank you for being here with us for so long, and thank you for sharing with us your expertise and your presentation. See you in June anyway. In June, we'll be meeting in person. You're coming with Lisa Cross as well, from Italy. Lunas is coming from Budapest. I will be coming from Piraeus. Feel free, guys, to ask us anything and to get our help with your trip details or any accommodation details. Lunas has all the information, but also Ileana is pretty aware. She has already scheduled her traveling, so she can help you as well. Thank you, everyone. Thank you
so much. Thank you for your patience.
Thank you, Aaron. Thank you, Federico. Thank you, everyone who has been here live with us. Use the chat if you're watching the recording, and tag me or Ileana with any questions. You can watch the recording on my YouTube channel, Virginia Katsimpiri Official, or my Mentoring for Translators group, where Ileana is a community manager, so you can reach out to Ileana as well directly.
Yes, please, I'm available.
Next week, next Friday, we have a special guest, and we're going to talk about the BP conference and her workshop there. So stay tuned, guys. Next Friday, 4 p.m. Central European Time, we'll be here live, and Ileana will be in the Mentoring for Translators group as well, joining us.
Yes,
thank you, everyone.
Course.
Thank you, Ileana. You stay here with us.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye.